If you often wake up at 2 or 3 in the morning and can't fall back asleep, two natural remedies can help. Apple cider vinegar to steady your blood sugar and glycine to calm your mind. In this video, I'll walk you through all 6 options backed by science. You wake again in the still hours before dawn. The house is quiet, but inside your body, something refuses to rest. Your eyes open, your mind alert, even though you feel exhausted. You glance at the clock 2 or 3 in the morning, again the same restless hour that keeps returning. Many people over 60 know this feeling well. They call it aging or insomnia, but that's not what's really happening. What's keeping you awake is an age, and it's not broken sleep. It's a hormone called cortisol, the ancient messenger of survival. Cortisol was designed to protect you. When danger approached, it gave you the energy to act, to fight, to survive. But now, in the quiet of the night, that same hormone can rise at the wrong time, sending a signal to your brain that it's time to stay alert. Your heart beats faster, your thoughts start to race, and the peace your body longs for slips away. In a healthy rhythm, cortisol should rise in the morning to help you wake up, then fall steadily throughout the day, reaching its lowest point at night. That's when your muscles repair, your memory renews, and your body restores itself. But modern life often confuses that rhythm. Late night screens, constant worries, hidden sugars after dinner, even emotional tension carried from the day. All of these whisper to your body, stay awake, stay ready, even when there is nothing left to protect yourself from. If you've been feeling that invisible tug of alertness at night, it's not because your body forgot how to sleep. It's because cortisol has forgotten how to rest. But here's the hopeful part. Balance can be restored. Over the years, I've seen countless patients rediscover the calm that once came naturally, not through pills or sedatives, but through small, mindful choices that help the body remember its own wisdom. Tonight, I want to share 6 simple, natural ways that science has proven to quiet cortisol and guide your body gently back into deep, restorative sleep. Each begins with just 1 tablespoon, one small act before bed that can shift your entire night. These aren't exotic cures or expensive supplements. They're reminders from nature, gentle invitations to help your body do what it already knows how to do: rest, heal, and renew. So if you've been waking in the middle of the night wondering what's wrong, stay with me, because what you're about to learn can help you calm your cortisol, slow your mind, and finally sleep through the night again deeply, peacefully, and naturally. Have you ever noticed that the same moment keeps waking you? 2 in the morning, 3 at the latest. You open your eyes and it feels like your body is on high alert, even though the world around you is quiet and still. That moment is not random. It's the hour when cortisol, your body's stress hormone, misfires. Instead of resting low through the night, it suddenly rises as if danger were near. It's as if your body has mistaken the silence of the night for a call to action. Normally, cortisol follows a beautiful rhythm. It rises at sunrise, preparing you to meet the day, sharpening your mind, fueling your muscles, helping you think clearly and move with energy. Then as evening comes, cortisol should fall naturally. That drop is what tells your body it's safe to slow down, safe to rest, safe to sleep. But for many people, especially after 60, this rhythm becomes reversed. Cortisol starts to climb again just when it should be quiet. Why does this happen? Often it begins with something as simple as blood sugar. During the night, your body draws energy from the glucose stored in your liver. But if those stores run low, especially in people who eat dinner early or skip evening snacks, the body panics. It sends a message to your adrenal glands. We need energy now. Those glands respond the only way they know how, by releasing cortisol and adrenaline. Your heart rate rises, your mind wakes up, and sleep slips away. Other habits can add to this effect. The glow of a phone screen late at night tricks your brain into thinking it's still daytime. The light tells your pineal gland to hold back melatonin, the hormone that helps you fall asleep, while cortisol stays active longer than it should. Even small things, a stressful thought, an unfinished worry, can keep the nervous system on guard. The body doesn't know the difference between emotional stress and physical danger. To your biology, they look the same. So at 2 a.m., while you're lying safely in bed, your body thinks it's standing in the middle of a storm. Your heart pounds a little faster. Your breathing quickens. Your muscles stay tense. You might not even notice it consciously, but inside every system has shifted into survival mode. That's why it feels impossible to drift back to sleep. Your body isn't trying to torture you, it's trying to protect you. It's simply working with the wrong information. Research from Harvard has shown that people who sleep fewer than 6 hours a night have morning cortisol levels up to 30% higher than normal. That means your stress system is not only overactive during the night, but it also stays elevated through the next day, creating a cycle that's hard to break. High nighttime cortisol leads to poor sleep, which raises cortisol again night after night. The good news is that this pattern can be gently rewired. You don't need heavy medication or a complex routine. What your body really needs is a way to remember safety again, to restore the signal that says the night is for rest. In just a moment, we'll look at the first of 6 natural remedies that can help calm cortisol and guide your body back to the rhythm it was always meant to follow. Let's start with something simple, something you probably already have in your kitchen. A single tablespoon of raw apple cider vinegar, the kind that still contains what's called the mother. That cloudy layer at the bottom of the bottle is where its living power resides. Filled with enzymes, friendly bacteria, and minerals that help restore balance inside the body, when taken at the right time, it can quietly reset one of the main triggers that wakes you at night. Unstable blood sugar. Here's how it works. After dinner, your body processes the carbohydrates from your meal into glucose. That glucose provides steady fuel through the evening. But as hours pass, blood sugar naturally begins to fall. If it dips too low during the night, your brain senses danger. It signals the adrenal glands to release cortisol and adrenaline to bring the sugar level back up. That sudden rush is what jolts you awake at 2 or 3 in the morning, heart pounding, mind alert, even though you were resting just moments ago. Apple cider vinegar interrupts that pattern in a gentle, natural way. The acetic acid inside it slows down how quickly your body converts carbohydrates into sugar. Instead of a quick spike followed by a crash, your blood sugar stays steady through the night. Your adrenal glands never receive that false alarm, so cortisol stays quiet and the body remains calm. Researchers at Arizona State University found that taking apple cider vinegar in the evening reduced morning blood sugar by about 4%. It may sound small, but that shift can mean the difference between a body that wakes in panic and one that sleeps in peace. To use it properly, mix 1 tablespoon of raw apple cider vinegar in 4 ounces of warm water about 30 minutes before bed. The warmth helps open the digestive channels and allows the vinegar to be absorbed smoothly. Cold water can shock the nerves, but warmth tells your system, relax, it's safe to receive. Take your time with it. Use a straw to protect your tooth enamel and rinse your mouth with plain water afterward. Avoid this remedy if you have acid reflux, stomach ulcers, or low potassium levels unless advised by your doctor. Sip slowly and notice the slight tang as it touches your tongue. That sourness actually speaks to your vagus nerve, the main bridge between the brain and the body, signaling it to release tension. If the taste feels too sharp, you can add just a 4 teaspoon of raw honey. No more. The natural sweetness doesn't cancel out the vinegar's work. Instead, it rounds the edges and helps stabilize your blood sugar even further. Together, they form a kind of natural balance, sweet and sour, energy and calm. You might think of it as a small meditation in a cup. Within a few nights of this simple ritual, many people notice a difference. They fall asleep more easily, and more importantly, they stay asleep. The middle of the night, awakenings begin to fade as the body remembers what steady energy feels like. This isn't a magic potion. It's a gentle reminder to your system of how to find balance again. Your body already knows how to rest. Sometimes it just needs the right signal to remember. Most people notice fewer 2 a.m. awakenings within 3 to 7 nights. Now that your blood sugar is steady, let's talk about the mineral that helps your body finally exhale: magnesium. It's one of the most essential nutrients for calm, yet almost 7 out of 10 adults don't get enough of it. As we age, that number climbs even higher because the body's ability to absorb magnesium from food declines. When levels run low, tension becomes the body's language. Muscles tighten, the heart beats faster, and the nervous system stays in quiet defense mode, even long after the day is ended. Without enough magnesium, the body never truly believes it's safe to rest. Aim for about 200 to 400 milliliters of elemental magnesium nightly or as directed on your supplement label. Start low, around 200 milliliters, and increase only if tolerated. If you have kidney disease or take diuretics, check with your doctor before using magnesium supplements. Mix this amount into about 6 ounces of warm water before bed, letting it dissolve completely. The glycinate form is special. It's magnesium bound to an amino acid called glycine, which helps it travel easily across cell membranes and even reach the brain. Together, they soothe the entire system. As you drink it slowly, the magnesium moves through the body like a wave of quiet release. It relaxes the muscles, slows the pulse, and tells your adrenal glands that they can stand down. This isn't just a feeling, it's biology. Magnesium helps your body produce a neurotransmitter called GABA, often called the messenger of calm. GABA gently lowers neural activity, helping the mind move from alertness to peace. It's the same pathway that tells your brain, you are safe, you can rest. Now, when magnesium is low, GABA levels drop, and cortisol steps in to fill the silence, keeping you awake and wired. But when magnesium is replenished, that balance returns naturally. A study from Ireland found that older adults who took about 500 milligrams of magnesium glycinate each night lowered their cortisol by more than 30% and extended their deep sleep by nearly an hour. That's the difference between waking groggy and waking restored. And what's remarkable is that it didn't take weeks of waiting. Many participants began noticing changes within just a few nights. The temperature and the pace matter. Mix your magnesium into warm water, not cold, and drink it slowly. Let it be more than a supplement. Let it be a ritual. Feel the warmth spread through your chest as you sip. Each swallow is a signal to your nervous system that the work of the day is done. Rushing it defeats the purpose. Healing happens in rhythm, not speed. Some people describe the first moments after drinking magnesium glycinate as a soft settling, like the body releasing a breath it's been holding all day. The shoulders drop, the jaw loosens. Thoughts become quieter, as if the mind finally realizes it doesn't have to keep. Standing guard, within 20 minutes, your entire system begins to shift from doing to allowing. Sleep stops being a battle. It becomes something that happens naturally the way it was meant to. Expect a softer relaxation through your body within 20 to 30 minutes and deeper sleep after a few consistent nights. Magnesium doesn't force the body into sleep. It reminds the body how to let go. When this mineral returns, balance follows. Your body doesn't need to fight for peace. It just needs to remember what peace feels like. There's a fruit so simple, most people pass it by in the grocery store without realizing the quiet power it holds. The tart cherry. Inside its deep red color lies one of nature's richest sources of melatonin, the hormone that tells your body it's time to rest. But this fruit does more than just signal sleep. It helps calm inflammation, the hidden trigger that often keeps cortisol high long after stress should have ended. You see, when the body senses inflammation, even something small like joint stiffness or fatigue from aging, it often reacts as if under attack. Cortisol rises in response not out of harm, but protection. Yet, when that protective signal stays active too long, the body never gets to power down. Tart cherries work like nature's mediator, gently telling the immune system, you can stand down now. The compounds responsible are called anthocyanins, natural pigments that give the cherry its vibrant red color. These anthocyanins help quiet the same pathways in the brain and body that cortisol uses to stay alert. A tablespoon of tart cherry concentrate mixed into warm water about half an hour before bed can bring that system back into balance. Researchers at Louisiana State University studied older adults with insomnia and found that those who drank tart cherry juice twice a day slept more than an hour longer each night and had significantly lower markers of inflammation. The key is concentration. The rich dark extract is about 20 times stronger than regular juice, giving you the same benefits without the excess sugar that can disrupt rest. When choosing a product, look for pure Montmorency tart cherry concentrate with no added sugars or blends. If you have diabetes or are on blood thinners like Warren, monitor your blood sugar or talk with your healthcare provider before use. No added sugars, no blends, no fillers. The taste is sharp, but that tartness is a sign of its potency. As it moves through your system, it helps the body naturally restore melatonin production and lower nighttime cortisol. Some people notice that their dreams become more vivid in the first few nights. That's not a sign of restlessness. It's evidence that your brain is returning to deeper REM cycles, the kind of sleep that repairs memory, mood, and energy. During the first few nights, your dreams may feel more vivid, a sign that your brain is restoring deeper cycles. The beauty of tart cherry is that it doesn't sedate you. It guides you back into your natural rhythm. After 60, the pineal gland's production of melatonin can drop by nearly half. Tart cherry doesn't force your body to sleep. It simply reminds it how. Over time, the anthocyanins also help strengthen the blood-brain barrier, protecting it from damage caused by years of elevated cortisol. It's a gentle, nourishing kind of healing, the kind that accumulates with consistency. Now let's turn to a very different remedy, one that comes not from fruit, but from a root that has been trusted for centuries, ashwagandha. Its name in Sanskrit means the strength of a horse, not because of its scent, but because of the calm endurance it brings. This humble plant is one of nature's most powerful adaptogens, which means it helps the body adapt to stress rather than be overwhelmed by it. Ashwagandha works by rebalancing the HPA axis, the communication line between your brain and your adrenal glands. Those adrenal glands sit just above your kidneys and act as the body's stress responders. When they're overworked year after year, cortisol can stay high even when there's no reason for it. 1 tablespoon of powdered ashwagandha mixed into 8 ounces of warm milk or almond milk can begin to restore that harmony. Inside this root are natural compounds called analytes. These molecules act like tiny messengers that quiet the receptors in your brain that cortisol uses to keep you alert. In a clinical study published in the Indian Journal of Psychological Medicine, participants who took ashwagandha daily experienced a drop in cortisol of nearly 50% after 2 months. The biggest relief came at night, when peace should be deepest. Avoid ashwagandha if you're pregnant, have autoimmune conditions, hyperthyroidism, or take sedatives or thyroid medications unless cleared by your doctor. When you prepare it, warmth matters again. Warm milk helps your body absorb the herb's active compounds more effectively, and the natural fat in milk supports its soothing effects. Some people find the taste earthy or bitter, a reminder of the soil it comes from. A pinch of cinnamon or nutmeg can soften that flavor while adding its own calming touch. Sip it slowly, almost as if you're letting the day dissolve with every swallow. Ashwagandha doesn't knock you out. It teaches your body to remember how to rest. Each night adds a thread of calm, and over time, those threads weave into a fabric of resilience. Many people begin to notice not only deeper sleep, but lighter mornings, as if the weight on their chest has been quietly lifted. For older adults, the benefits extend beyond sleep. Ashwagandha builds gradually, and most people begin noticing calmer nights and lighter mornings after 2 to 4 weeks. Ashwagandha gently supports thyroid function and overall hormonal balance, 2 key factors in keeping cortisol in check. Together, tart cherry and ashwagandha form a bridge between the physical and the emotional, between the night that feels restless and the calm that waits just beyond it. One soothes the body's inflammation, the other restores its inner balance. Both remind the body of what it once knew instinctively. That rest is not an indulgence, it's a return to harmony. There's one last ritual from nature's kitchen that many people overlook because it seems too simple to matter: raw honey. A single tablespoon taken about 20 minutes before bed can have a powerful effect. This isn't the processed honey that comes clear and uniform in plastic bottles. It's the thick, golden, unfiltered kind, alive with natural enzymes and trace minerals. Inside every drop is a perfect harmony of fructose and glucose, the 2 simple sugars your body uses as fuel through the night. 1 tablespoon of raw honey has about 64 calories and 17 grams of carbohydrates. If you have prediabetes or diabetes, start with half a tablespoon, or pair it with a protein-rich snack. Here's why that matters. When you sleep, your brain depends on a steady flow of glucose from the liver to stay balanced. If that supply runs low in the middle of the night, your body interprets it as a shortage. It sends a message to the adrenal glands calling for cortisol and adrenaline to raise blood sugar again. That rush pulls you out of deep sleep and into alertness, even when there's no real danger. Just 1 tablespoon of raw honey before bed provides enough gentle, sustained energy. To prevent that signal, it steadies the flow of fuel to your brain and liver, keeping cortisol quiet. Researchers in Scotland found that a small serving of honey before sleep reduced stress hormones by up to 50% while increasing melatonin, the hormone that signals your body to rest. The process begins with tryptophan, an amino acid that honey helps deliver to the brain. There, tryptophan converts to serotonin, the chemical of calm, and then to melatonin, the messenger of sleep. It's a chain reaction that nature designed perfectly. No pills required. The way you take honey matters. Let it rest on your tongue and melt slowly. Don't stir it into tea or hot water, because heat changes the enzymes that make it so beneficial. Taken this way, honey doesn't spike blood sugar. Instead, it keeps it balanced, releasing just enough insulin to carry tryptophan into the brain. In this gentle exchange, sweetness becomes stillness. Within nights, the body begins to repair its rhythm. You may notice steadier sleep and fewer early awakenings within 1 to 2 weeks. People who struggle with midnight awakenings often notice that their sleep becomes longer and calmer after only 2 weeks. But healing through nature doesn't stop there. There's one more ingredient that works quietly at the edge of science and serenity: glycine. It's a simple amino acid, one your body already makes, yet its power to transform sleep is remarkable. Use about 3 g of pure glycine powder mixed into 4 ounces of warm water before bed. Avoid combining with prescription sedatives unless approved by your doctor. This can help the body remember how to rest deeply again. When glycine enters your system, it lowers your core body temperature just enough to signal the brain that night has truly come. This gentle cooling effect tells your nervous system to step out of alert mode. Cortisol drops across the night, instead of spiking in waves. In studies from Japan, people who took glycine before bed fell asleep nearly 40% faster, woke up half as often, and maintained stable cortisol levels until morning. Their sleep wasn't just longer, it was more restorative. Glycine also acts as an inhibitory neurotransmitter, meaning it quiets the chatter between nerve cells. It helps every muscle, every organ, every thought begin to slow down. You might notice a soft cooling in your chest or a lightness behind your eyes as you drink it. That's your body releasing tension. Within 30 minutes, many people feel as if they are gently being lowered into rest instead of dragged there by exhaustion. You may feel a soft cooling through your body within 30 minutes and a smoother transition into deep sleep. The simplicity of glycine is its beauty. It's faintly sweet, like water kissed with sugar, but it leaves no heaviness, no grogginess the next morning. And while you sleep, it fuels one of the most important repair systems in the body. Glycine helps create glutathione, the master antioxidant that heals cellular damage caused by stress and high cortisol. Each night of deep rest becomes a night of quiet restoration where every cell gets a chance to recover. Taken together, raw honey and glycine form a partnership between energy and ease. Honey keeps your body nourished through the night, and glycine teaches it how to let go. One stabilizes, the other restores. Neither forces sleep. They simply remind your body of the rhythm it once knew by heart. When you give yourself that chance, sleep stops being something to chase. It becomes something that arrives naturally, softly, just as the night was always meant to. So tonight, before you turn out the lights, remember what we've talked about. 6 simple ingredients, each one grounded in science, each one gently guiding your body back to balance. A tablespoon of apple cider vinegar to steady your blood sugar, a serving of magnesium glycinate to calm your muscles and mind, the deep red of tart cherry to restore your melatonin, the quiet power of ashwagandha to balance your adrenal glands, the sweetness of raw honey to keep your energy steady through the night, and the gentle clarity of glycine to teach your body how to rest again. None of these are drugs or quick fixes. They are reminders. Each spoonful is your body's way of saying, I remember how to heal. For too long, many of us have been taught that rest must be fought for, that we have to struggle to find peace. But your body was never designed to fight for sleep. It was designed to receive it naturally once the noise and imbalance fade away. Think of these small steps as a nightly act of trust. You are not forcing anything. You are simply giving your body the tools it needs to do what it already knows how to Do. With patience, with consistency, 1 tablespoon at a time, you begin to rebuild that connection between your mind and your body, between the day and the night. Sleep becomes a friend again, not a stranger. You don't need to chase rest, you just need to allow it. When you care for your body in these simple, mindful ways, peace returns, the pulse slows, the breath deepens, and the night, which once felt long and restless, becomes a place of comfort again. If this helped you understand your body a little better, please give this video a thumbs up, share it with a friend who keeps waking at 2 a.m., and subscribe to Medicines for more simple, science-backed ways to stay healthy at any age. Thank you for spending this time with me. May tonight bring you deep, quiet rest and the peace your body truly deserves. I'll see you in the next